City of Irvine is a proud supporter of Curiosity Quest and the effort to keep the environment sustainable for generations to come.
Did you know that no matter where you live, you can go green and give back to your community? Hi there, I'm Joel Greene, the host of Curiosity Quest Goes Green, the show that explores what you, the viewer, are curious about. Well, today our quest letter came to us from Hannah from Lansing, Michigan. And Hannah wrote, "Dear Joel, I'm curious. What can I do to help planet Earth that people aren't doing?" Well, Hannah, what a great question. We all want to make a difference. And because of you, we have made our way down here to Second Harvest Food Bank of Orange County, where we're going to find out how they're making an impact on the world around us, and they're doing it in an eco-friendly way. So let's get started on today's Curiosity Quest Goes Green. Come on. All right, so I'm Joel, and this is Joe. Joe, thanks for having us out here today.
Joel, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Hey, so tell us, first of all, what is Second Harvest Food Bank?
Second Harvest Food Bank of Orange County is an organization that tries to fill the gap in feeding the need of people that are hungry temporarily, and sometimes not so temporarily. But we range everything from small children and working poor families to senior citizens and everyone in between. And in today's world, especially where the economy has been so difficult, there's a lot of families and a lot of people out of work. They have to stretch their dollars to get by, and they turn to the agencies that we serve, and we provide food for them so that they can get through the month and have good, solid meals to eat.
Is a food bank just that, a service that goes out there and feeds families that are in need? What is a food bank?
It is somewhere where there's a lot of food.
A bank with food in it, where people buy food and, like, it's a bank too.
The food in different food groups.
There's a lot of different food banks around the country, but this food bank, essentially, that's our number1 priority. Our business is to get food to the families in need in Orange County. That's what we do, plain and simple.
Okay. So now, Second Harvest, this is a huge facility we're in right here. You told me that this entire facility is full of food?
I wish it were full of food. This entire facility is home now to about 1 million pounds of food, moves in and out of here each month. Wow. We can handle a lot more, and that's the reason we have such a large facility. We've been here for just a year.
How are you doing this in a green, eco-friendly way?
Much of our food product comes from sources that would have no other way to dispose of this food except to put it in a landfill dump. And so we get product that comes from supermarket distribution centers. This is damaged product that otherwise would wind up in a landfill dump. But if you take the time, as we do with volunteers who can inspect it carefully, we can pick out 50–60% of that damaged product is still good, it's usable, but you can't sell it in the store because the can is slightly dented, the label's slightly torn, the box may have been crushed, but the products inside are good. Another source is manufacturers themselves have, and you can see behind us, lots of products here.
Oh yeah.
That they need to get rid of for a lot of reasons. Sometimes they've changed the packaging. They want to get all our new packaging out. They want to get rid of the old packaging, so they say, well, this is all we've got left, just a truckload or so. Let's give it to the food bank and we're done with the old packaging.
Sure.
So that doesn't go in the landfill. It comes to us and we distribute it out.
Obviously food that is fine to eat.
It's fine to eat. We get to feed some more hungry people and everybody wins.
Talk about the ultimate win-win right there.
It's the win-win. It's the total win-win. It absolutely is.
What's in these, obviously we have food in these parks. Is this where we as a community makes our impact?
The community comes together and supports food drives, and we run food drives year-round with companies, with individual families, and so on. But this is an example of food drives, and coming into this time of the year will probably be somewhere between 800 and 900 food drives going on between now and the end of the Christmas season.
Now, can people take product from their own shelves at home and
Yes, they can.
make donations at that?
They can. And so there again, in food banking, to be cautious, what you do is you send it through your sorting process with all your volunteers to determine if this just came off the shelf from the supermarket, or did it come from grandma's pantry and it's got a few years on it, and maybe it's not so safe to send out to people. So we sort that out.
The alternative is you take that food off your pantry that's been in there for a few years and you throw it in the trash can.
Right.
Some of it needs to be disposed of.
Some of it does,
right.
But some of it is very good.
Some is very good.
And so we know how to determine that, and our volunteers do that for us, and it saves a lot of stuff from going into landfill.
Absolutely.
And the community supports us, so we go out and do these things.
Well, Joe, I'm excited to take a look around and learn everything you guys are doing here and be a part of it.
I hope you take pictures of every corner. It's a fantastic operation in my mind, and I'm bragging a bit, but then I've been here a long time.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Over 260 million pounds of food is wasted each day. That's the weight of more than 17,000 elephants.
And what we're looking for is problems. So this dent is too dented. So when you see a peak like this, and that potentially has a small hole there, which is allowing air to get into the can, which can cause contamination. So that would not make it.
So the store would normally toss out, I guess if you guys weren't here, the store would take something like this.
Right.
And throw it.
Before food banks, that would have ended up in a landfill.
In a landfill. And because of you guys, this probably will make it through the process.
That will most likely make it through, and it will go into and feed somebody that needs food.
I love it. So where are we moving from here?
From here, we'll go to what we call our main sort.
Main sort. Let's go.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. In the year 2000, each person in the United States threw away almost 5 pounds of food every day.
So now you want to feed our evaluator.
Okay, so now I'm just throwing it on the line right there.
Here comes your box.
I know, so what's she gonna do with this box here?
She's gonna pull it over to her line.
So now we're gonna go over and watch how she's pre-sorted. The
evaluators. We pre-sorted over there. Hi, Jolene.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Jolene. How are you? I'm Joel.
Hi, Joel.
Nice to meet you. So now are you an employee or you volunteer?
Oh, no, I just volunteer my time. 3 hours a morning on Thursdays.
Oh, my goodness. Now tell us, why are volunteers so important? You said that to me earlier. Why are they so important? Why are volunteers important?
Teachers and principals don't have to do so much.
If you need help with something, they can, instead of them going and doing it, so they can teach their class and then while the other person's helping.
So they can help out other people when they don't know what to do. To help people.
Well, volunteers are vital to the organization. We're a nonprofit organization, so that we rely very heavily on volunteers. In fact, more than half of our labor or our work is done by volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah, we couldn't survive without them.
Without Joel, did you hear that? Without you, this would not be possible. All right, so what are you doing? Tell me how you're sorting here.
Sorting by date. Everything, it has a date on it. That's great. They're kind of hard to find sometimes.
Wow, really? There's a date on it?
Right here on the side.
Oh, well, obviously I haven't, okay.
March 09, so that's good. It's kind of tiny, but this one doesn't have, we look also for ingredients. Everything has to have an ingredient label on it.
Okay.
So that tells if it has nuts or peanuts or whatever. So that can go down the line.
I just want to point out, Jolene, that you're much more thorough than Jerry was.
She's had more training.
But like you said, it was just a quick glance over there.
Absolutely.
For a while.
Is that a date?
That's a code. It's not a date.
It's not a date. It's a code.
So
what do I do? What do I do? Well, there's no date.
When in doubt.
There we go. When in doubt,
slogan.
throw it out.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. You can thank Thomas Jefferson for some of your favorite foods. He introduced waffles, macaroni, and ice cream to America.
So now, Jerry, can you tell everyone at home?
Sure.
Can anyone volunteer?
Anyone can volunteer, provided that you get in contact with our volunteer department. We have some restrictions for safety. We don't want kids too young without parental supervision, but we do have opportunities for them as well out in the fields, which I believe you'll see later today.
We're going to see that in a bit, yeah.
Okay.
Cool, all right. And now, that's not just at your this place, Second Harvest, either, but any food bank, most likely there's a lot of volunteers going on, right?
Correct. In order to get this done, we must have volunteer support.
You guys hear that?
More than 50% of our hours of labor is done by volunteers.
What are some things that you can do to give back to your community?
Recycling,
Picking up trash around our school. Earn money.
And how would you give back to the community? Give the money back to the community?
Yeah.
So you'd make the money and then give it back to the people? This guy's pretty cool.
And tell people not to cut down trees.
Fix stuff.
All right, so we moved out of the warehouse and into the field, and I'm here with Farmer Sam. Sam, what are we doing out here?
Well, we have a group of kids from Harbor Day Elementary School. They come out every year to plant plants for us. They also built a greenhouse at their school, and they grow plants for us all year round.
Now, when you say grow plants for us, you're referring to a Second Harvest.
Second Harvest Food Bank.
So all of these plants that these kids are harvesting right now?
The majority of them, they grew. At the school.
Wow.
And then they bring them out here and plant them. They grow them for 5 weeks at the school.
Yeah.
And then they bring them out here and plant them themselves. And then they can come back and harvest what they plant. So that's called our Seed to Harvest program, where they actually get to see the process from beginning to end.
Now, what will happen to all the vegetables and fruits that they grow out here?
Everything that we grow out here goes back to the warehouse at Second Harvest where you've been.
Yeah.
And we distribute it from there to over 400 nonprofit agencies around Orange County. It goes to soup kitchens, church groups, group homes for kids, places like that. Any needy organization that's one of our agencies can get food for us.
So when we're talking about being green, going green and all that, look at, we're talking about getting these kids at a very young age and giving them the green thumb.
That's right.
That's it.
You know, and they love coming out here. You believe it or not, a lot of the kids come out here don't know how broccoli or cabbage grows, and it gives them an opportunity to actually come out and see how things grow. Actually pick it. They think it grows at the supermarket, but it doesn't. It grows out here, so it gives them an opportunity to come out to the field and actually see how things are growing.
I'm sure that they're also taking back with them, they could do this at home.
Yeah, they could.
Instead of driving to the grocery store and putting it in the plastic bags and everything, they can grow it at home.
You know what, and after a lot of the kids that come out here and participate in this program, they do go home and they start them home gardens. So they get fresh produce at home that they grow themselves. So hopefully we're getting more kids to eat more produce. We get more kids
that they made.
That's right. And the kids are coming out here and giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
So they're learning something and giving back to the community at the same time.
Now this is the city of Irvine, and here in Irvine, this incredible edible garden, this is all kept up by the community.
Most of it is. We get close to over 6,000 kids that come out here a year to plant produce year round. And like I say, we pick and grow over close to 500,000 pounds of produce out here every year. That is enough for 2 million meals for needy people here in Orange County. These kids, as volunteers, are the most important part of our program. These kids make it work.
They make it happen.
They make it happen.
Without them,
we could not do what we do.
Right? Wow.
That's right. So they actually come out and put food on plates for needy people.
Man, that must make them feel great too.
Oh, it's a great feeling, and they get great joy out of coming out and help us out, and they have fun.
Yeah. So I was coming out here to help, and then when I got out here, they said they're all done. So
no, you're done. No. If you want to help, we got some plans for you.
No. The kids are doing. Look how great a job they're doing.
We can always use volunteers. So if you want to come out and put a couple plants in the ground, hey, feel free anytime. You can come out by yourself, bring your family, bring your neighbors, and you guys can come out here anytime.
Are you soliciting for help now? The cool thing is this is going on in Irvine. This is the community of Irvine can actually come out here and participate in this.
They can. We get people that walk through. You see, there's a walking path through here.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get people that walk through here and stop and just pull weeds from us. And that's our biggest problem. So for them to just stop on their walk and spend 15 minutes to pull weeds, every little bit helps.
See, the cool thing is, I bet you if you lived here, you didn't know this was available. And if you did know it was available, cool. But there are other communities, something like this is probably available in other communities too, right?
You know what? Not really. As a matter of fact, this might be the only program like this in Orange County. We are trying to get other programs started around the county, but this program right here is the only program where kids can come out and do community service.
Absolutely.
This is the only program in the county.
So you want to know what you can do for your community? Look at that. Talk about the complete triangle right there.
This is it.
Absolutely.
This is it. Come out and put in some work, help some needy people.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Sam.
You know what? And I expect to see you.
I
expect to see you back out here.
They're doing a great job. They're doing a great job. Man, check this out.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Volunteers pick over 300,000 pounds of fruits and vegetables every year.
All right, so I'm here with Melissa and Aiden, and they're going to teach me how to plant here.
Okay.
All right, so I've got all these plants here. What are we going to do?
Okay. First, you take a stick and you poke a hole in it.
Poke a hole. All right, Aiden, is that deep enough?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now why do you have gloves and I don't have gloves?
Okay.
Are you gonna put that in there? Mm-hmm. Not even gonna let me do it. Huh? You're just gonna do. All right. I'm in Melissa's way. I'll get out of your way there. Make it stand up straight. All right. Well, that seemed pretty easy. Anyone can do that, right? All right. So, all right, Aiden, we need another hole, I think. Now, are these some of the vegetables that you grew at your school?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. I love it. All right. So what is the biggest lesson you guys are learning by doing this out here?
It's good for the environment.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. The incredible edible garden gets about 8,000 volunteers annually.
So what about the other idea that, you know, at home, you guys can grow these in your backyard or in your front yard?
Yeah.
And instead of using the gas to drive down to the grocery store to buy fruits and vegetables, using the packaging that they package it all in and coming home and having to dispose of all that, you can grow this without having to go to the store, right? Right?
Yeah.
So your parents gonna let you take over growing now at home?
I don't know.
Back to work. All right, so I think, I messed that hole up, didn't I, Aiden? No? All right, there you go. So you're just sticking it right in there?
Yeah.
I must not be doing something right because it's not working here. Is that good?
You just have to cover it up.
Cover it up. Now, how far apart are we supposed to have these?
The width of the stick.
Oops, don't tell Sam. Yeah, let's not tell Sam. Sam's not around us, so we're okay. What do you think restaurants do with the food they can't sell?
They just eat it, or they either throw it away.
Probably save it.
Heat it to worms and reduce it.
Throw it away.
All right, out of the field, we decided to make a pit stop here at the Olive Garden in Irvine, where you're not going to believe this. They actually have some involvement with Second Harvest. And to share that involvement, I have Sue. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Great. Thanks for having us here.
You're welcome.
What involvement do you have in Second Harvest Food Bank?
Well, we've, with the Olive Garden and Darden restaurants as a whole, we've been involved with Second Harvest donation for quite a few years, and Shining Light is the agency that comes and picks up weekly. And this past year, we have donated about 6.5 million pounds of food to those less fortunate.
Wow. Now, when you say donate food here from the Olive Garden, is it from, you know, people who don't finish everything on their plate and you scrape it?
Of course not.
Well, I'm sure people are wondering that at home.
I understand. No, if we have food that is left over at the end of the night, say meatballs or lasagna or maybe seafood, we cook it off first, we freeze it, and then we put it into our donation log, and Shining Light comes and picks it up.
Wow. Now, where would all that food go if Shining Light didn't come and pick it up?
It would be thrown away.
Really?
Yes.
Filling up landfills and wow. So you're making use of food that is edible, good.
Absolutely, and we freeze it to maintain the high quality.
Now, is it just one agency that picks up from you, or?
Shining Light is it, yes,
Okay.
but they contract out of Second Harvest, which is in Orange, California.
Wow. Wow, look at that. Did you know your local restaurant could be donated? This full circle thing is incredible.
Yeah, it's really beneficial to us, and we're involved in the community outside of the walls of the restaurant.
Okay. Well, Sue, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
We're going to stay and have lunch.
Excellent.
That's okay with you?
That's absolutely fine.
All right, cool. Get out of here. We're going to eat by ourselves. Leave. Go.
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. The average person in the U.S. eats 140 pounds of potatoes every year.
All right, to our next stop, we're at Albertsons. We're going to talk about perishables, and I'm here with Lilia. How are you doing?
Hey, Joe. Hi. Welcome to Albertsons.
Well, thanks for having us. Tell everyone, what are perishables? What does perishable mean?
Give it away to people.
Try not to waste it.
Perishable, like saved.
How they're good and how they're bad.
A perishable product is something like milk or cheese. You can't just leave it out on your counter. You have to keep it in the refrigerator, right? Apples, fruit, you can keep it in a bowl, but perishable, it has to be cold and it has to be eaten right away. That's the difference.
Now, what is your program and your involvement with Second Harvest Food Bank?
Well, we're really excited to have Second Harvest as a partner with our Fresh Rescue program. Fresh Rescue gives us the chance to give perishable items to the food bank, and they feed all kinds of people. They feed low-income families and residents. But the very cool thing about the program is that it's perishable items. These are items that a food bank doesn't normally pick up every day or every week.
Right.
It's like milk and cheese, really products that are important to a very healthy diet,
Sure.
but yet food banks can't get their hands on. But through Fresh Rescue, they come once a week, they pick up these products, and they go to families that really need it.
So, I mean, obviously earlier we saw box things, packaged things.
Absolutely.
We went out to the garden and we grew vegetables and fruits. And so now we're talking about things like you say, milk, that we need.
Yeah, service deli, meat deli, pizzas. I mean, just yogurt, just things that are really, really healthy. But for a family that's on a fixed income, it's very hard to get their hands on those. And for food banks, they usually come and pick up bread, and they come and pick up other things like canned fruit.
Sure.
But Fresh Rescue lets them have the important things so that these families are eating well.
What's Albertson's big environmental angle by participating with Fresh Rescue?
Well, we're doing a good thing. We are resourcing our food.
Yeah.
It's going from here instead of going anywhere else. It's going straight to other families. So, you know, one of our biggest issues as a company is the fight against hunger. And so for us, it's a great way to know. We know that the church down the road or the food bank 3 blocks away is going to get this product. And it's not going to go anywhere but there and to families that need it.
Sure, sure. Well, Lilia, thank you very much.
Oh, you're
for your
so
time. I
welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we've been green. We've kept all that food out of the landfill. Now, let's go give it to the community. Let's give it to those who need it. We're at a soup kitchen where we're going to be feeding a lot of people who are in need right now, not around the holidays, right now, today. Come on with me. What can you do with tons and tons and tons of food? Sorry, go ahead.
Give it away, like half of it away to people that are like hungry.
I can save it and give it to the worms. Give it away.
All right, so Shannon,
Yes.
what can you do with tons and tons of food?
I can help serve over 112,000 meals per year.
Wow. So
Yes.
Shannon, tell us a little bit about where we're at.
You're at Summer Care Soup Kitchen, which is a nonprofit hunger-related program located in Costa Mesa. Daily we serve over 300 people per day. They can go through the line as many times as they like. Primarily it's spent, the food that we're serving is all donated food from a list of over 25 different vendors that we go through seven days a week and pick up from. So we're picking up stuff that they're going to be otherwise putting into the trash, and we're able to then feed our people.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate goes green kind of a thing.
It is.
Keeping stuff out of the landfill.
Absolutely.
And putting it into the people, bellies of people who need it.
Other things that also, you know, thinking green, our milk containers, our bottled water, our soda cans, we also give them to our guests that they can go across the street to recycle. So yeah, we're very thinking green here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, this is incredible. Now, we noticed you made a pickup earlier at Albertson's while we were there.
Yes.
And so, does that food come directly here and get directly distributed, or is there?
The Albertsons food is actually being served right now. We picked up several different packages of hot dogs. And if you'd like to kind of look at a tray, but we're serving those hot dogs. We made some fresh beans to go with it. Fresh bean salad, fresh fruit salad. The fruit salad is a mixture of Albertsons product, which is the yogurts that they donate to us. So we're always incorporating those items into the foods that we're currently serving.
Absolutely. Okay, now I see that we have like a bread wall behind us. These particular bread products, there's nothing wrong with them, right?
No.
The hot dogs, nothing wrong with
There's
them?
nothing wrong.
So if you didn't get them, where would they go?
They would go into that landfill.
Wow. And now they get them.
Yes.
And they get to eat how many times a day?
They can go through the serving line as many times as they like. We serve 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Over 300 people per day.
And you had a line out the door when we came in.
An extensive line.
Still, you have a line out the door.
And it should be really noted that through these economic times that I think everybody's experiencing, that these donations directly from Albertsons enable us to feed the increasing demand that we're seeing.
Now, how does the Second Harvest and the food rescue, how does that play into your what you do here?
They actually come out to our facility and we're able to pick the different items that are on their truck to see what we can use. You know, again, utilizing whatever donations that's made possible.
But what can people and communities all over the world do to help give back to their communities?
I guess the first part of getting involved and giving back to the community is finding an area that they're passionate about. It may be feeding people, it may be helping the elderly, but connecting to what you're passionate about and getting connected with an organization that is their mission. That's the first step in helping your community.
Absolutely. All right, well, very good. Shannon, thank you very much. And I think you're going to put me to work now, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, cool. So I'm ready to work.
Okay, let's do, how about doing some soup?
Fun fact, fun fact, fun fact. Here's your fun fact. Food scraps accounted for 11% of landfill waste in the year 2000.
All right, there you go. I want to thank all of our guests and all of the organizations that were involved today. And I especially want to thank you, Hannah, for sending us on today's Curiosity Quest Goes Green. We hope that we showed you some ways to help planet Earth. Now, if there's something that you're curious about, let me know. Go to kvcr.org, click on the Curiosity Quest link, and simply tell me what you're curious about. Now remember, this is our planet, and it's our responsibility to take care of it. So I'm curious, have you gone green? I'm Joel Greene, and I'll see you next time. All right, who's next?
Step on up, guys.
All right, there we go. Look at all those muddy hands working in the field, muddy hands. Look at me, look at that nice click. Hey, hey, what are you doing? Oh, come on, no.
Now you're muddy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, I need his shirt to dry. Well, dry him on. Here.
Hey, you can do it on my shirt.
No, I would not do that.
No, you can do it.
No. Oh, no.
You can
Wow.
do it on my shirt.
No, we're good. Wow, look at this. Yeah, thank you.
The City of Irvine is a proud supporter of Curiosity Quest and the effort to keep the environment sustainable for generations to come. If you'd like to order a copy of this episode or a previous episode, visit us at www.curiosityquest.org. The cost is $19.95.